So in the last lecture, we defined this async middleware function. And by the way, I noticed that I had a typo here. So here we should have module.exports. Now, while this async middleware function solved the problem of repetitive try-catch blocks, the issue we have is that we have to remember to call it every time. And this also makes our code a little bit noisy. So in this lecture, I'm going to show you a different approach. We're going to use an npm module, and this module will monkey patch our route handlers at runtime. So when we send a request to this endpoint, that module will wrap our route handler code inside something like this. Let me show you how that works. So open up the terminal and install express-async-errors. Note that there is another module called express async error, but here we're working with express async errors. So let's install this. Again, note the version, that is version 2.1.0. Now, let's go to index.js. We need to load this module when the application starts. So we'll have a require of express async errors. That's all we have to do. We don't have to get the result and store it in a constant. Now back in genres.js, we can remove the call to async middleware and get back to our original route handler implementation, which is far simpler and cleaner. Similarly, I'm going to remove the second call to async middleware. And finally, on the top, I'm going to remove the require statement as well. Now let's test this and make sure it is functioning properly. So back in the terminal, I'm going to run Mongo daemon. Beautiful. And then let's run our Vidly application. Sweet. Now in Postman, I'm going to get all the genres. So that endpoint is working. Now I'm going to stop MongoDB. So here in the MongoDB terminal, let's stop this and then send another request to the server. So send. Again, this is going to take a little while. All right, here's the response we were expecting. A 500 error with this message. So this verifies that this module that we installed properly moved control from our route handler to our error handling function. So we can see using express async errors module is very, very easy. And this is my suggested approach for handling async errors in express route handlers. However, if this module doesn't work for your application for whatever reason, then you need to switch back to this other approach and use async middleware function.